Hiya, I'm Mary. I'm running for Vice President Activities here at Edinburgh College in the 2025 elections. My key points of my manifesto are to improve environmental activities at the college, so more repair workshops, that kind of thing, teaching people how to mend and upcycle their clothes, just to divert things away from landfill. The second point in my manifesto is to improve access to mental and physical well-being resources. So that's including like sexual health resources and also workshops that train people on how to cycle more confidently or like repair their bikes, that kind of thing, and like holistic well-being activities. And then the final thing is dealing with the unique issues that we face at the moment. So issues like social media addiction, AI safety, eating disorders, those kind of things. So workshops that help people on dealing with those issues. VP activities means, in a casual term, I would say organizer of fun at college. But yeah, organising all the events and activities that go on.
And what are your qualifications for organising fun?
Well, just this weekend gone by, I organised a women and non-binary led open mic night, which I've now organised 9 or 10 of them, and they've sold out every single time, and it creates a super wholesome, safe space for people to explore their creativity, and the audience is always like incredible. It's always like super busy, to the extent that we have like people on the waiting list to perform because we can't have everyone on the waiting list to perform. So I think like that is an example of a really like wonderful community event that I am in the habit of organising quite regularly.
You organise quite a lot, don't you? You manage to be quite a bit.
Yeah, so I work for a zero waste charity at the moment, and within that there's lots of it's a community-led cooperative, so there's lots of community events going on all the time. So I'm trying to just like bring the community together as much as possible. And
How will you do that within the college?
within college, so I would probably use the platforms that we already have available. So we obviously have like college Instagram, Twitter, X, and TikTok, all of that. So like making use of social media platforms and trying to like boost traffic to the college social media platforms, because I feel like at the moment there's not loads of engagement considering the amount of students we have compared to the amount of like followers and social media engagement we have. So I'd probably try to like produce content that makes people generally want to engage in our social media a bit better, using my pre-existing marketing experience to do that, and then also just ensuring that things are like adequately advertised and also advertised to the right demographics. So when there's like events that are focused on holistic well-being, maybe advertising them amongst like student services, places where people are more likely to go if they're in need of holistic well-being, that kind of thing. So also using my design experience to produce like posters and that kind of thing, to make sure people are aware and informed of what's going on. Yes, well, making use of the resources that the student population has would be a really great way to promote events, I think.
So you're going to run workshops for a variety of things. What are the top 3 things that you think are paramount?
My top 3 workshops, or the top 3 topics generally?
Topics generally, but that you will be dealing with workshops.
Yeah, okay. So environmentalism is like one of my core points, and I think a kind of workshop that I have a lot of connections within Edinburgh of people who would be willing to contribute to that is the Repair What You Wear community in Edinburgh. So they're a group of like street stitchers who just will go outside, sit outside like Primark or something like that, set up camp and just like sit there and stitch their clothes, and then people will approach them and be like, what are you doing? And that kind of thing. So getting that group of people to come in and do similar kind of activities with our community, I think would be really valuable, and like especially of interest to like people doing like textile courses. But I think it's a skill that it would be great if everyone could have, and also the kind of workshops that it's like it's not like a high cost to the college to do it, and in fact it will save literally everybody money if they know how to repair their clothes. All they need is a needle and thread rather than buying more fast fashion, and then it's very easy to.
What would number two be?
Okay, number two would be, I mean, my previous work experience is in a bike shop, and one of my focuses within that bike shop was empowering particularly women, non-binary people, and like the queer community to know how to repair their bike appropriately, because that's a big obstacle to people getting engaged in cycling, is not knowing how to fix their bike and feeling intimidated by it or whatever. So if I could run workshops just showing people the basics. So my third manifesto point was quite broad, because I think there's like a broad range of issues that need tackling. But yeah, what I said in my manifesto was just like the unique issues that we are facing in the modern age, and so like running events that will tackle that. I would, so I guess the top out of those for me at the moment would be dealing with social media addiction, because I think that's a huge problem. Like, having talked to all my colleagues at college and whatever, I think a lot of people are really feeling the effects of that and struggling with it, and it's impacting their day-to-day life a lot. So if we could organise workshops that would help people realise that they're not alone in dealing with this addiction, and it's a very, very common thing to be struggling with. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to my interview. I am really excited at the possibility of being VP Activities, and I guess the main thing I would also like to say is I really want contribution from the student population to know what matters to all of you and how to implement that.